So, officially, we are starting our practical sessions. This is the third video of our Henna Lancer workshop. In this video, we are covering some of the very basic elements of henna art, which are dots, lines, circles, and swirls. Yeah, only few because I'm making into very bite size. Then, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Mushida. I have been doing henna professionally for the last 5 years. Now trying my best to help other passionate people to learn this beautiful art of henna. Before starting drawing, I'm going to show you the canvases which you can use to practice. Acrylic boards are very famous one, but I don't have it with me now. But this is an inexpensive alternative option of the acrylic board. It's a laminated white paper. You can get it laminated from nearby print shop. I got it from the Akshaya Center. Best thing is it is reusable. You can simply wipe it off. And this one is my personal favorite and which I'm gonna use today, watercolor paper. You know why I love it so much? Because it have a texture which is very similar to our skin, and make sure it have good or higher GSM, which may be more than 150 GSM. Otherwise the wetness of the henna paste will soak the paper. So let's start with dots, very basic or the classical element of the henna art. You can see the dots in almost every design. Okay, so to make a dot, squeezing is the best way. That means squeeze the paste, apply a continuous pressure until the dot become the size you want. So if you want a bigger dot, squeeze more. If you want a small dot, squeeze less. So I'm gonna show you one of the wrong way to do the dots, because drawing a circle and filling it was one of the wrong way. You can see the difference in the neatness of the wrong and the right way. Now I'm gonna show you a few of the designs which we can create using dots. Yes, just dots. Look how beautiful we can create the designs using just dots. Now move to the next session, lines, another very important element of the henna art. So I'm gonna show you one of the wrong way to do lines. It's a line, but it's not a neat one. We are touching the surface, but for a neat line we are using the draping technique, which means we are touching the canvas only one starting or and ending. In between we are not touching the surface. We are keeping a distance between the surface and the henna cone tip. I don't even know these techniques until I started to learn the henna very seriously. So it's make very neat and perfect line. Also we are using a consistent pressure to draw the lines. Now I'm gonna show you how to draw a thick lines. For thick lines, draw two parallel lines and fill the gap in between them. If you want to make it very thicker, keep the gap little larger, and if you want thick means the smaller one, reduce the gap in between them. You can simply draw a thick line without putting the margin lines, but there's a big difference between the neatness of them. Now I'm gonna show you a simple design using these two elements which we already learned, the lines, which means thin lines, thick lines, and the dot. It's like a border design. Next element is circle, one of the most traditional, classic, or old element of the henna art. Even if it's very old element, it's not easy to get a perfect circle using the henna. So I am sharing one of the tip I am using to draw to get a perfect circle. So putting four dots, as you can see in the picture. I don't know how to explain it well, so you can see in the videos. Then connecting it using a very thin imaginary line or like a border, then we can draw over it. It's not that bad, right? I think I need more practice on the circles. What do you think? Let's draw the very classic and the old design. We all know it's like the circle and the dots around it. First draw the invisible border using the dots, then overdo the border, then we can fill the paste. So we can either fill the piece like as a circle, we have to squeeze very much, or we can use like a zigzag shading. Either looks pretty. Please don't do scribbling, it doesn't looks aesthetic or very neaty. Okay, now let's draw the dots. Drawing the dots start with like the opposite and opposite, so you get a like what is equal distance between the dots. Then hope you can see in the video than the way I'm explaining. So now you can see the gap between the dots are equal. It looks so pretty, right? Okay, now my favorite elements, swirls. To draw as swirls, you can either start from outside then to inside, or you can start from inside and going to outside. The way I'm doing is starting from the outside and going to inside. It's completely varies people to people, and whichever comforting to you, you can go with that. I'm gonna show you both of the ways. So if you're starting from the outside, you must have a clarity about the size of this reel, because you can't change the size once you already started from the outside. So complete a circle, then going to inside and slowly then stop with a dot. The dot is completely optional. To draw from the inside, you start with a dot then going outwards. You have the option to change the size of the swirls, because you are starting from the inside, you can end wherever you want. And here are the few different variation of the swirls. Almost everything is the same structure, but looks little different. The procedure is same, but with little variations. So these are the 4 elements which we learned today. I'm gonna use all these elements to draw a design, so you can see how we can use these elements in a design. I also changed the camera angle so you can see it from a lower side, especially for the draping techniques. You can see how we are using the cone and the gap between the cone and the surface. I hope this video is helpful, and don't forget to share your the practice sheet over our WhatsApp group, so I can share you the feedback over there. So thanks for watching. Bye.